I used to think that my hair was straight because it was so frizzy. So for over 30 years, I would just put it up in a bun, or I'd try to straighten it, or I would use hair oils to try to tame the frizz without really realizing that the frizz actually indicated that I had wavy hair. So I finally figured that out, and the damage was already done at this point a year ago in the videos, that I decided to try this and that and this and that, and I finally settled on putting boogers in my hair. Okay, I lied. That's not boogers, that's flaxseed gel. Hello, my name is Danielle and welcome to my video. Today I'm going to be showing a weekly routine of what it looks like each day and the tips and tricks that I've learned along the way. If you have any better tips and tricks and you use flaxseed gel, please let me know. I am still a newbie at this, but I wanted to show the progress, the initial progress of what it looks like for me during the week. Day number 1. For the purpose of this video, I decided not to do the flaxseed gel in my hair immediately after my shower, so I wanted to show what it looks like bare. This is air dried. I didn't comb it, I didn't scrunch it, I just flipped my head over, dried it with a towel real quick, and then let it air dry until I was able to make this clip. This is what it looks like whenever it's straightened with a hair straightener versus what it looks like with no product, just straight on day 1. Straight as in no products is what I meant in that last clip. So this is the product that I use. It is flaxseed gel. I keep it in my fridge, and I'm going to show you what I do whenever I get out of the shower. Is usually whenever I'll first put it in, and then later throughout the week I'll put it in my hair once again, which I'll show in this video. And this is the consistency of it. Definitely booger-like consistency. It's hard to work with for me. I don't really prefer it as far as like texture, you know, like the feeling of it is not very fun to work with. So what I will do is I'll actually microwave it for 5 seconds. Right here I'm using a teaspoon only because my hair is short and it will go a long way for me. So I put it in the microwave for 5 seconds. If you put it in for any longer, it is going to heat up so fast and it can burn you. So this is what it looks like out of the microwave, and this is what it looked like before, and this is what it looks like after, so you can kind of get a reference. Like I said before, I would usually just do this out of the shower. So what I did was I took some water from the faucet and just kind of dampened my ends so that I could put the flaxseed gel in it. It's really not the best method, but this is what I do. I sometimes comb my hair straight out of the shower before I put it in, but sometimes I just like to put the booger straight in without combing. This is the method that I've been using lately, and I know that it will change over time. I'm not really saying this is something that I will do for the rest of my life, but this is just the beginning of trying to manage my wavy hair after so much time of trial and error and things like that. This is my hand condition. I have a disability. I am going to talk about that on my channel as well. I do have surgery coming up, so I also cut my hair for that purpose, is that I'm not really going to be able to manage it as well with one hand. I'll be without one hand for 3 months, so I'm not really going to be able to manage it as well with one hand by myself, like putting it up or things like that. So I decided to try to really get this started with the flaxseed gel before I went in for the surgery. Wash it off is what I would suggest because it is so slimy and gross, but it's natural. It's natural. It's good. I take a paper towel and I wipe the rest of it out because I don't like it on my sponge. This is what it looks like directly afterwards. Usually my hair would be a lot more damp and I would have gotten it a little bit better, but as I said, I just kind of like did the air dry at first, then dampened it up and put it in. I also took a video later in the day of what it looked like dried. It looks so funny from the front, but I mean, you do what you gotta do. Beauty is pain. I feel ugly, but beauty is pain. Also, on my shoulder, I was showing a little bit of the dandruff type stuff. I don't know, it just kind of like creates a little bit of a dandruff look. It's not actually my dandruff, it's just from the flaxseed gel after it dried. And so on to day 2. Good morning, this is day 2. I have not combed my hair because I do not prefer to comb it while the flaxseed gel is in it until I put a little bit of oil in it, because it does create a hard cast for me and it tends to break my hair if I try to comb it just with the flaxseed gel. So this is actually the evening of that same day on day 2 of what it looks like. Still not messing with it. Now on to day 3. On day 3, I didn't get a video of it, but I put 3 drops of hair oil through my ends so that I could get a softer texture. So basically for the first 2 days, I just leave the flaxseed gel in it. I do not mess with it. I don't comb it. I just leave it like that, and it helps to keep shape. On to day 4. Day 4, I was feeling a little rough, but I decided that I was going to continue with the consistency of making these videos daily until I had my little project here done. So what I did was I got in the shower and I actually did a really good full rinse of my hair instead of a wash, and I put more flaxseed gel in it. I let it dry, and then I put a few drops of the hair oil into it again. I have seen some people saying online that flaxseed gel is not crunchy, and I beg to differ. Yes, it is. It's so crunchy, but the oil really helps. I don't really do it every day, the oil, but after a couple of days, I like to put it a little bit in so I can softly comb it out. This is the afternoon and the evening, what my hair looked like throughout the afternoon and the evening of the 4th day after all of that. And we're on to day 5. Day 5 is nothing special, but this is my bed head. It is getting to the point of where I feel very greasy, oily, and then I start to put it up at the end of the day. I'll keep it up on day 5 and 6 and then wash it on day 7. It's not the same exact routine every single week, but this is the basics of what I like to do. I use VO5 strawberries and cream shampoo, but I prefer the one on the right. I'm just trying to run myself out of the VO5 before I get my preferred one. This is a mousse that I've tried before out of recommendation for wavy hair, but it was so sticky I hated it, unfortunately. And this I was given by a barber, but I didn't like that one either. And this one I tried so many times for so long. I do recommend it for curly hair, not wavy hair. I found out later that it's better for wavy hair. This is what it did to my wavy hair. So it made it kind of greasy looking, but then after like 2 or 3 days, you can see on the right side, completely straightened it out. It was very heavy for my hair in particular. I was really bummed out to stop using the curl cream. Even though it was frustrating me at times, it did smell really good and it had all these natural ingredients in it, but it weighed my hair down. It's better for curly hair is what I've learned. My hair is weighed down too easily, so if you have curly hair, definitely give this a try. The creator is Tia Mowry from that show back in the day, Sister, and as you can see, it has super clean ingredients. For the past year, I've gone through different shampoos and conditioners, curl cream, trying castor oil, trying mousse, all of these different measures of trying to figure out what's going to work best for my hair. And I'm thankful that it all came around to finding out about flaxseed gel because it is so cheap. It is like this bucket right here. I filled it up. It's like a really big yogurt bucket, but basically this bucket right here costed me about $4.50, something like that, in the bulk section of a local store here. And so it's got vitamin E, it's got omega-3 fatty acids, it's got antioxidants in it. There's a lot of different videos on how to make it. I don't know if I said already in this video, but I'm going to try to make a video to show how I make it before I have surgery. This part right here is very hard to clean. I used the French press. A lot of people will use like cheesecloth to squeeze it out, but for me with my hand conditioner, French press is easier. And this is the hair oil that I use. It's like 17 bucks on Amazon, but I've literally had this for 2 months and I barely use any of it at all, just a couple of times a week. Thank you for joining me. I hope you could find some tips and tricks for using flaxseed gel. Even though I'm a beginner, it's like been around 2 months, but even as a beginner, it has worked so incredibly quickly. And I guess that's the end of the video. It's time for me to go and wash my hair again. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.